it is recommended that we have an intake of 1,000 milligrams of calcium daily. 15 milligrams of iron daily, etc., etc. Is this right? No. It is not right. You know, you do not want man dictating to you what you need for your health. That is the gravest mistake that we've all made. Man is working from a high position of ignorance. Nature is the one that created all this. So which are you going to go to? Nature. So what does nature have to say about these sort of things? Its dosages are already set. Its pHs are already set. Its ratios, not just dosages, it's ratios. For an example, you can't just take 1,000 milligrams of calcium. Hell no. You'll get yourself in big time trouble. Because what about its twin sister, magnesium? Oh, wait, we're just starting down the family member line. We got a little brother phosphorus, we got a lot of little brothers and sisters, we have cousins, we have distant cousins. So all of chemistry is families. They're all family members. Some don't get a chance to know each other real well. Some are real big, some are real small. You don't want to get in that game at all. I was in that game for a little while. I did biochemistry for a while. I did dreams. I did a lot of different things. And I just woke up out of the dream. You know, I was in the woods as a fruitarian. I'm now in a health food store. I got supplements. I got all kinds of things. My eyes are big and open. I'm in a candy store. I'm going, oh, wow. It didn't take long for my health to go down from that, going down in a health food store. And I'm going, what? And I realized I got off my beat. I was pulled by people's theories and things into another world. My beliefs are always been fruitarian. My proof that we've demonstrated over and over on tens of thousands of people have demonstrated these high levels of fruits, berries, and melons will cure literally anything. And I got off point because I didn't have anybody that was stable. I didn't have anybody that had years of practicing with people and playing those games to help me to say, hey, can't do those things. So you guys are lucky you have this. Whether you believe me or not, it's okay. You know, sometimes we have to make a step, and if we fall, we fall. If we don't, we don't. Good. But I only give you information that I think that's detrimental. If I thought 1,000 milligrams of calcium would be good for you, I'd be the first one to say take it. But I've seen people take 1,000 milligrams or more of calcium and end up with severe arthritis from it. So you have to be real careful, because what are we not considering? We're not considering pH ratios. We're not considering parathyroid glands, the utilization of these elements, the proper absorption. So we're looking at a malabsorbed person. Can you give a malabsorbed person the same milligrams as someone that's absorbing well? Or how about the same person that's producing not enough parathormone, which is the utilization of calcium, or too much? You see where I'm going with that? So this is a brain tease that goes nowhere. Goes literally nowhere, and you can hurt yourself. You know, rarely, but you can hurt yourself. I've seen people give them severe arthritis by taking calcium supplements. So I totally get out of that field. I'm not into that. I don't consider isolates as part of the natural health field anymore. That's more pharmaceutical thinking. So I don't use that too much more. Where do they get these numbers from? Good example. These are biochemists with theories. Biochemists with theories. And you see them in different formulas, have different levels of them. So different biochemists, I know plenty of biochemists, and I know how they think. I know how this thing rocks. And I can just tell you that it's not a place you want to stay long. You know, if you want to visit it and say, no, I don't need you. Good. Are they basing this need on the average healthy person who is probably not absorbed? Yeah, you hit it right on the head, Paul. You hit it right on the head. That's what I love about you guys, because remember these 4 basic processes that's essential to wellness. Digestion, what the person isn't breaking down their foods properly to get the minerals out of it. Plus, we're really talking more salts, really, when you're looking at foods than minerals. But okay, so for the sake of argument, we'll talk about minerals. All right, so first of all, if you're not digesting properly and you have undigested foods and stuff, you're not getting your chemistry out of them, are you? Second of all, do you hit it right on the head, Paul? Proud of you. Malabsorption. Well, if you're malabsorbed, you might need 10,000 milligrams of calcium, right? I mean, in their line of thinking. All right, so absorption, huge deal. Utilization. Utilization. How is this calcium that you're taking being utilized? Oh, I need parathyroid hormone for that. Yeah, and so when I pull back to the plants and I see how little milligrams they have of calcium, and then how much parathormone I'm going to need when I take 1,000 milligrams of calcium, I'm going to have to kick up my parathyroid way up there. See what I'm saying? There is so much unawareness to these people in mapping out the body as a whole. They're not looking at the whole picture. They're just drawing in with their minds, and they're trapped in their academics. You guys have pulled back, and now I'm painting the whole picture for you so you can see everything and realize there's all these processes before you can even think about deficiency or giving someone isolates like that. And that would only be to save someone's life, because you can get in trouble pushing out other forms of chemistry. If I took 1,000 milligrams of calcium, 1,000 milligrams of magnesium is going to have to leave my body. Where's it going to go to and from? You can't play that game. They're twin sisters. Cal and Meg has to be together. But wait a minute. You can't ignore the little brother phosphorus. He's acidic though. These two ladies are base chemistry. Phosphorus is acidic. See where I'm going with all this? But they're all ratioed, saturated, and perfectly formed to hold form or substance or whatever you're eating. So that whole chemical composition has reached a saturation point to where it's stable. And that's what we look at. When you start opening up some of these bonds, now you're creating a little more unstable chemistry, which has open-end bonds, and now you're bonding other elements to it. Taking calcium by itself could create a diffuse bonding of other elements we might not want. Here's someone taking, say, 1,000 milligrams of calcium in a highly stagnant acidic medium. What happens? Ionization, right? So what does that mean? That means calcium is going to lose a lot of its electrolytes to the acid side, meaning that you're going to see the attempt of the body to bring hydration, but you're going to see bonding of some of the acid principles with calcium, creating rocks. That's how you get kidney stones and everything else. So you have to be real careful in the human body. When it's acidic, you definitely want to be careful with isolates, because you now are putting isolates in the presence of an acidic body, when most nutrition is supposed to go into a base dominant body. You see where I'm going with all this? We're so on the acidic side that everything acts differently. Absorption is different. Utilization, metabolism is all off. Everything is different under an acid sky than it is a base sky, obviously. And we've talked about that before, and the pH of the duodenal juices have to be somewhere between 7.5 to 8.5 for proper trypsin, which is your polypeptide protein chain, into your amylase and tylen, your carbohydrate chains. They all have to be in an alkaline medium. What if we're not getting there? Then you're not utilizing digestive enzyme. And this might be the problem with this one girl that's not digesting anymore. She's so acidic that she's not tripping up her digestive enzymes. So there's a lot to think about. But at the same time, keep it simple and realize, you know what, if we just eat our health, well, that's what Hippocrates said anyway. Let your food be your medicine and your medicine be your food. That makes sense to me. And then if we need medicine, we've got the best medicino on the planet. Those are the botanicals created by the Creator, who created the chemistry and the body for it. It's all good stuff. Love your questions, guys. Love you, Paul. Love all you guys. Thank you so much for all your loving questions.